And good morning. It's Wednesday morning, 73 degrees already outside. Today could be the hottest day yet. We'll see. 101 possibly for the high today. JC?
I don't care if it gets to 110. Hey, I want to make one correction on one thing right now. Dr. White, Tom, good morning.
Good morning.
Jan, you just said first time you seen Corey move around like that in that intro. He ain't never moved like that in the studio. That's the only time he's ever moved around that much, ain't it, Frank?
Yeah.
Anyway, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us on this good-looking hot Wednesday morning in Athens, Alabama. This is Athens in the AM. Frank has been so kind this morning to go through his garden and bring us some delicious tomatoes. Jan's got some alligator sausage in here. Go to Tim's Cajun Kitchen and get that for lunch. Well, I don't know if they have any right now. It's kind of hard to get.
They're out.
Here it is. Frank got bored yesterday, made peanut brittle, everything else, because he said it was too hot to get outside. How'd that go, Frank?
Not too good.
Not too good. Somebody's already calling this morning, 230-4988, the direct pipeline in here to the live studio audience. You can also text Gloria at 603-4848. Hey, Dr. White, what is your subject today going to be about?
Generic drugs.
Generic drugs. Now, that's supposed to plummet over the next year.
Yeah, good news.
Now, is that going to be like Nexium and all that, too?
I don't know about Nexium, but there's some other great ones that were coming in generic form.
Okay, and Tom, your subject today is...
I'm just glad Lipitor's coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk a lot about that, too, this morning. Hey, I was over in Bolton yesterday, too. They got that big Star Theater. They're going to demolish the building. They closed it since 1969. So I'll have Vicki Morisi gave me a tour yesterday over there. They got 600 seats for sale. We'll try to get some of that video today. We'll have some of it tomorrow also. That sale is Friday and Saturday morning starting at 8 o'clock in downtown Bolton. That's what's coming up today. Johnny Lee Dees will be joining us later on this morning. And Amazing Ministries right here in Athens will be here. So we hope to have them up here in just a little bit. So that's what's going on. You need something I need to talk about on this Wednesday morning. All you got to do is text Gloria 603-4848 to give Frank a call. So thank y'all for getting up with us. Let's get it cranking. As Gloria told you, ain't no relief in sight for a couple of days.
So much for that heat index dropping. Yes, it's going to be a hot one today. 73 degrees already this morning, so get out and enjoy if you need to do anything outside. We could see 101 for your high today. Can you believe it? With only a 10% chance of those pop-up showers. More than likely no rain at all. Low temperatures tonight is 74. Tomorrow 98 for your high, 74 for your low. We get 30% chance of showers tomorrow, and then your extended forecast looking like we have chance of rain for several days. Those are the pop-up showers anyway. But yes, the hottest day of the year could be today. Triple digits for the first time this summer. Drink plenty of Gatorade, this article's telling us, or water. And if you're outside, and all those football and baseball, not baseball, but football players, drink lots of water.
This week.
Yeah,
Man,
if you don't have to be out there, don't.
Well, me and Frank were just talking. What did we do, Tom, when we were kids and it got this hot? Stayed out in the shade.
Yeah, that's right.
Still were outside and played.
Huh? Kids are too freaking spoiled these days, you know what?
You think?
Yeah. Not mine, but I know other people's kids. No, I ain't talking about you.
I had to stay in and play Xbox and computers. And
on this date
Yeah.
in 1930, hold that thought, Xbox. Jesse Owens of the United States in Moulton, Alabama, won the first of 4 gold medals at the Berlin Olympics as he took a 100-meter sprint. In attendance that day, doesn't say it, was Adolf Hitler. And that kind of embarrassed Hitler, if my memory serves me correctly, that a black American would win and beat all the other athletes in there. And the Jesse Owens Museum, I was near it yesterday over in Moulton.
You were.
All right, Tom, you just talked about kids staying in and playing Xbox.
I have one.
Yeah, well,
Does
you've
that.
got one. And I wasn't going to do this, but since you brought that up, this was an editorial out of the paper this week. It says, who are the poor in America?
What classifies?
What classifies poor in America? Are they a underclass that never changes? Are they worse off now, better off than they were in the 60s when the war on poverty began? So they did a study on this. It's called Air Conditioning, Cable TV, and an Xbox. What is poverty in the United States today? Poor population in 2009 was 14.3%, 5% points lower than in 1964 when Lyndon Johnson, then president, announced a war on poverty. However, today's poor have a far different profile than they did back then. Get this. The average household today, defined as poor in America by the government, is equipped with air conditioning, cable TV, the family has a car, 2 color televisions, a DVD player, a VCR, And if there are kids in the home, especially boys, the family has a game system such as an Xbox or PlayStation. The typical poor American has more living space than the average European. Poor boys today, ages 18, 19, are actually taller and heavier than middle-class boys of similar ages in late 50, and are full 1 inch taller and 10 pounds heavier, get this, than the American soldiers who fought in World War II.
Well, they were
That's
all
amazing.
skinny. That is.
If in Mexico, in some areas of Mexico that I've been in, that would be living in the lap of luxury.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to,
Wow, that's amazing.
amazing, get that out this morning. Did y'all know that? Now you've learned something else on this program. So thank the hundreds of thousands of y'all getting up with us today. Hey, this is the headlines in the News Courier this morning. Thank you, Frank, for reading it and bringing it to my attention since I had bypassed it this morning. Headlines: Woman chases man who robbed her. Okay.
Yay.
All right.
She's tough.
Oh, yeah, well, listen, she ain't too smart. An Athens woman robbed by one of two men. She offered a ride, chased and captured the offender by the shirt, then released him when he drew a knife on her. The victim told Athens police investigators that shortly before midnight Monday,
Ooh.
two men approached her vehicle on Hine Street and asked her for a ride.
Wow.
Now, what's wrong with this picture already?
She already
Midnight.
should have
Plenty.
been.
First of all, midnight, two black guys approach you and ask for a ride, and you're on Hine Street.
You're alone, female.
After riding around with her for a while, one of the men told her to pull over to Roger Street. When we reached the end of the street, one of the men got out, the other one grabbed her wallet and took off running. Well,
them
what
have
do
it.
you expect?
Let them have it. Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
First of all, what type of woman picks up two guys at midnight? And then on Hine Street.
Was a working gal.
Anyway,
You know
I
what
just
I
thought
mean?
that was a little bit
That's very
strange.
strange.
Thanks for
That is
bringing that to
strange.
his attention, Frank.
Yeah, thanks.
Am I the only one that thinks that?
One
I
with no
doubt it.
wallet now.
What?
One with no wallet
So
now.
then she calls the police, yeah. All right. Here's another thing in the paper this morning. This, Jan, I do not understand what is pretty about this. A New Jersey politician who emailed a woman nude photos of himself, again, that were later posted on a GOP activist website, resigned and said he'd fight to have the pictures taken down. Democratic County freeholder Louis Magazzi, 53, apologized but indicated he thought he was being set up. The father of 5, who said he separated from us 2 years ago, said he sent the photos to a woman he met online. I'm 57.
I heard that.
I don't even want to see a picture of me naked.
We don't either.
No. It ain't like you're 20-something years old, 30 and buff, and you're going to send a picture of some woman.
I
First
agree.
of all, like Wiener, for example. Everybody remember that fool?
Yeah, Wiener
Where do
Gate.
these
How old
50-year-old
was he?
men, he was late 40s, wasn't he, or early 50s? Why would I want to send a picture of me naked to anybody? Now, I do go naked swimming in my pool, in case y'all need to know. If y'all ever come over, holler first.
Holler, please.
But they're
Yeah, well, there I am
politicians.
naked. There, but look, you got to give me credit here. That was 1980. How many
All
years
right,
ago
you were
was
in
that?
your 30s.
31. Well, okay, then I was a fine, buff specimen back then. But I didn't send it to anybody.
No, you
I
just
just
showed it on TV.
TV. So again, if y'all want to take a picture of me in case I run for office later, there it is
Oh, yeah.
there. But Jan, why do men do this?
Well, I think it's a politician thing because don't you have to be a little bit of an egomaniac anyway?
You got to be a little bit
be a
egomaniac to get on television. hey, ain't telling me nothing new. A little egomaniac.
Yeah, I think it's a politician thing.
All right,
I
so the
don't
rule
know.
is if you're 50 and above, don't send pictures.
Well, 40 or above. Who wants to see a naked picture of a man? Now, if you're
Well,
sending some out, I mean, I might make some money off of it, but I mean,
If I'm sending them out, you're not making the money.
oh, yeah? All right. I want to change the subject here this morning.
All right.
There's a front page of the Huntsville Times this morning. You'll love this story, Jan. Lost love letters. You see this photo here? See that? There's a Chesterfield cigarette case up in the right-hand corner. All right. A girl, I didn't realize this till I read the story. Nancy Hicks in Yale graduated a year before I did. She found this cigarette pack in a discarded something at a yard sale in New Hope. Opened it up. She paid 25 cents for it. It wound up in a yard sale behind a New Hope Mini Mart. Cheap purchase turned out to be a priceless packet of sentimentality, leading Nancy on a 15-year search. So she got this 15 years ago, she found it. The story began in 1943 with a romantic World War II soldier and devoted husband named Ewell Whirley. And what he did, he wrote all these letters. Well, Miss Whirley saved all these letters in this Chesterfield cigarette tin. Well, Nancy, for years, has tried to locate some of this family. Here's a picture of it. You can go back to that, Brad. The lady on the right just recently died, and Nancy was going through the obits like most all of us do on a day-to-day basis, find out who we knew that we don't know anymore. Anyway, saw that she had died. She'd been in a nursing home. She was 96 years old and died here in Huntsville. Well, all of her family lived outside of Huntsville, back somewhere up north. She takes this cigarette pack, goes to Berry Hill Funeral Home on North Parkway, walks in with a cigarette pack, and says, "Are any of y'all family?"
Oh, precious.
And when they did, she gives them these letters from the dad to mother that they had never knew existed.
How awesome.
Cool.
And it goes on to say here, these are postcards your daddy sent your mother, Nancy telling the people this. Because her late father, Wallace Whitaker, who I knew well, and her dad-in-law, Olin Hicks, were also World War II veterans. My dad was in the Korean War. They opened up the scratch tin at the funeral home parlor and scanned the postcards. It was the best 25 cents ever spent. And then the lady, this daughter, says, "She gave me a memory to rest a lifetime." They always started with "Dear Darling" and "Honey." But here's what, all right, I'm going to read y'all the last two paragraphs. This is the best part of the whole thing. This was written by Mark McCarter, great writer for Huntsville Times. Because Ewell Whirley was sent overseas where he had been awarded 4 Bronze Stars, he didn't see his daughter as an infant. But the last card he sent shortly before his discharge in 1945 ended with this: "Hug Sharon for me." Sharon, was the mother. And then this is the final paragraph that Mark writes. "Funny, isn't it, how somebody gives you a hug when you least expect it and need it the most."
Wow, that's great. Yeah,
Now that is on the
that's a
front
great
page.
story.
That is a great story.
Yeah,
That
that's
is.
fabulous. Yeah.
A good story.
So
Now you don't have to go buy you a paper.
go give someone a hug today.
Well, I mean,
That's
just, she
precious.
found that,
I know.
15 years
Yeah,
ago, and bought it
yeah.
for 25 cents. Tried to find these people and never could until she saw the obit of the mother in the paper, and then
Wow.
went to the funeral home
What a gift to give them.
and found that out.
That's neat that she followed up like that. Yeah, that meant a lot to that family.
How precious. I know we're
Yeah.
all like
Right.
teary-eyed.
I know. I need a
But just a good
Kleenex.
story. All right.
It is.
That's all the goodness I've got for you today.
Gee.
Well, I'll come back with you in just a moment. Y'all hang on.